Fear the Walking Dead lost its edge after Dave Erickson left. It didn't live up to the standards of its older brother. There were many unexplained plot holes, dumb character decisions, and more. But everyone agrees that the first 3 seasons were worth watching. The atmosphere, pacing, and storylines were great. So for this video, we decided to go over the 6 worst and 6 best episodes from the whole series. Let's jump right in. Starting with the worst episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. At number 6, it's In Dreams from Season 6. The episode In Dreams follows Grace dealing with a difficult labor. She passes out and wakes up 16 years later. Her daughter, Athena, is all grown up, and the two go on a few adventures together. But Grace slowly realizes that her reality is fake and that she's been dreaming this whole time. So she wakes up and discovers that her daughter didn't make it through childbirth. It was a devastating revelation, and the fact that the episode aired on Mother's Day in 2021 made it that much more disturbing. In terms of plot, there's not much there. Most fans skip this episode, or only watch it because of an important plot point in the end. Coming in at number 5 is Channel 4 from Season 5. Placing Channel 4 as the mid-season premiere was the showrunner's biggest mistake. It followed Al as she put together a documentary-style presentation for survivors who still might be looking for help. She follows Morgan around as he tries to help survivors, including Tess, and it's funny how she never ran out of batteries for the camera. The episode was just meh. It felt like a parody of the show itself. The documentary-style filming got old real fast. The dialogue was silly, and like Redditor Rambling Raven put it, it was a yawn fest. Next is Season 7's Follow Me at number 4. Here's another mid-season premiere that fell flat with viewers. So Alicia comes over to Paul's, who's lost his wife in the nuclear attacks. But the walkers and Teddy's remaining followers find them, so they had to defend each other in Paul's soundproof home. Yeah, he makes a big deal out of the soundproofing, but the walkers can hear music coming from the inside, and Alicia can also hear them approaching. Fans caught on to this immediately and blamed it on poor writing, which we don't disagree with. Follow Me tried being cute and emotional, but it just ended up being annoying instead, with plenty of plot holes to pick from. Now for number 3, Morning Cloak from Season 7. Like the previous episode, Morning Cloak is another disappointing episode in the latter half of Season 5. Redditor Biotic Bell summed up our experience of watching it pretty nicely. In their words, they found it hard not to laugh and yell at the TV when watching Season 7, and that's not the reaction you want from an episode with a grim death in the end. Of course, by death, we mean Ali, a one-off character that everyone knew was gonna die from the get-go, because that's how predictable the series is at this point. The love story between 2 teenagers doesn't work when they're such underdeveloped characters. Honestly, the fans didn't wait for the show to come back with 2 subpar episodes. In second place, it's Channel 5 from Season 5. So apparently Virginia was really motivated by Al and Morgan to record her own tapes of helping survivors. Didn't know that we needed that in the second to last episode of Season 5, but alright. So as you'd expect, there's nothing that happens in terms of plot progression. In fact, characters make stupider decisions as the episode goes on, and the whole bridge sequence was not bad, but Tom's death felt forced, and the fans didn't care about it either way. Oh, and the whole Alicia painting trees like a robot bit was just excruciating to watch. Like Redditor user Stivmore said, "Why did I subject myself to this?" Finally, the worst episode, Anima, Season 7, Episode 15. You'd think that the 100th episode of a series calls for celebration, right? But Anima's painful 3.9 on IMDb serves as a cold reminder that this is the worst episode in the whole series. The Walking Dead used to have above-average fever dream episodes. Some were great, others were okay, but at least they made sense, you know? Anima, on the other hand, features Alicia trying to save someone from the nuclear fallout, except she's been bitten by a walker, and most of it is, you guessed it, a fever dream. And it's so bad. Characters make idiotic decisions, and important character development is left by the wayside. It's a disaster of an episode. Like Redditor LDBG Coleman wrote, "We had zero idea what the bleep we were just watching, or why we continue watching it. Yikes." Coming up, the best episodes of Fear of the Walking Dead. At number 6, it's Wrath from Season 2. Season 2's penultimate episode, Wrath, was exactly the kind of thriller that fans were expecting from the series. It felt more in line with the Walking Dead formula than any other episode we've discussed so far. The episode focuses on Travis's violent rampage after he learns that his son, Chris, was killed by his friends. On the flip side, Nick tries convincing Luciana to escape with him. The writing in this episode was on point, and you can see why everyone missed Erickson when he left the show following Season 3. Wrath features plenty of high-stakes action and drives deep into Travis's grief over losing the most important person in his life. It's a solid 8.2 on IMDb, and it deserves it. Up next is Sleigh Ride from Season 3 at number 5. Sleigh Ride is a great example of what makes Season 3 so awesome. So far, there were a lot of diverging plot threads from the rest of the season, but the Season 3 finale tied everything together with one hell of a cliffhanger. Redditor Mimi108 put it perfectly when they said that the episode left them frustrated, confused, sad, and speechless. According to them, that's how a finale should end, with the audience craving more. For most fans, it was essentially the series finale, because everything from Season 4 onwards was a hot, stupid mess. Coming in at number 4 is 100 from Season 3. 100 was one of those episodes that made you appreciate how good Season 3 really was. Most of the episode was in Spanish, owing to the fact that it focused on Daniel Salazar. The quick pace, organic drama, and authentic character interactions made for an incredible hour of TV. Daniel is one of our favorite characters from the Walking Dead franchise, and Ruben Blades' performance is easily one of the most engaging in the series. It's amazing watching Daniel constantly question his purpose in life, when the fight for survival always leads to one thing: violence. Overall, it's one of the best episodes you'll ever watch in the entire franchise. In third place, it's Brother's Keeper from Season 3. Brother's Keeper was an all-around intense episode, especially the last 15 minutes or so. The way it brought back the fear of the walkers was really well done. The episode mostly focused on the mounting tension between Jake and Troy. Madison's group was slowly taking over the ranch, and we loved the dynamic between Alicia and Ophelia. Their relationship made the final run towards the bunker even more intense, because we genuinely thought Ophelia was gonna die off. Still, Jake's fate was sad to watch, especially since it was indirectly Nick's fault. The fact that Troy had to put his own brother down was heartbreaking. Brother's Keeper is one of the reasons why fans began loving it a lot more than its big brother. If only it had continued with the same quality. At number 2 is Season 6's first episode, The End is the Beginning. Now, we know we've trashed the later seasons in this video, but we'll make an exception for Season 6's first episode. The End is the Beginning made us believe in Fear of the Walking Dead all over again. It was a surprisingly solid episode and a fantastic return to form. We love how the episode dove right into the meat of things and didn't have any moments that made us roll our eyes. It had us rooting for Morgan again, who was in bad shape from Season 5's finale, and even managed to survive long enough to decapitate Emily, Virginia's hired bounty hunter. Now that's the badass we've missed since Season 3. The rest of Season 6 could have been better, but Episode 1 was just what the doctor ordered. Finally, number 1, The Good Man from Season 1. The Good Man served as a fitting and exciting conclusion to a good first season, but nothing felt better than watching Daniel releasing a horde of walkers to use them as weapons. That was badass, and it's miles ahead of what the Walking Dead characters would have done. The finale focused on a rescue mission from the National Guard's makeshift prison, and it pulled out every stop to make the action as cinematic and thrilling as possible. Now, even though Liza got bitten by a walker and was left for dead, we at least got an interesting character in the form of Victor Strand. Overall, it made us crave more Fear the Walking Dead episodes, and that's exactly what we got from Dave Erickson, except, you know, Season 4 and beyond. We're not counting those. And that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for watching. So, which episodes did you think were the worst in the series? Which were the best? Tell us down below. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos in the future. See you in the next one.